I don't know how long it's been. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really been keeping track. But the point is, I'm back to play Swan Song. I don't have any kind of what's it called? You know the thing you say before things start? So let's just do the thing. You know, I'm not gonna lie, when I got this game, I had no idea. Right now, I don't know what the game actually is about or what I'm supposed to be doing, but I got it because the the cover of the game, it has a Emem on it, and she's just, I took one look and I was like, okay, I'm buying this game. She's so hot. She's too fun for me not to buy that red dress. The pose, the braids, just all of it was just, it was bringing me to life, and I needed to do what I needed to play. I needed to do the thing. I watched a small like trailer before while I was buying the game, and there was also another dude who has like that fuckboy beard. He is also quite attractive. Anyway, so yeah, I bought this game. So you know how they say don't judge a book by its cover? Yeah, I don't abide by those rules. Let's do the thing, let's play the game, and oh, I'm not gonna lie, I'm so excited to be back in like the Vampire the Masquerade world. Boston Court is in turmoil. A code red alert has been issued, which means a major crisis has occurred. Emem, Leysha, and Galab, are summoned by the prince. I know what a prince is. My last prince was a piece of shit. Fortunately, he's probably dead now, thanks to the homies that killed him. September 4th, 2019, right before COVID. 11 p.m., so a little bit before midnight, Prince's Quarters. Oh, are those letters for Leysha, Emem, and Galab? Probably. That's what the little 3 diamonds at the bottom are for. Cool. Yay! Much excite. Let's go. Annoying. They've built their cities, fought their wars, and sated their hunger. For centuries, these creatures have organized into rival sects, the largest of which is the Camarilla. They're the one I sided with the last time. Oh, right. Oh, in its domains, Camarilla Court enforced the Masquerade. We know what that is now. A global conspiracy hiding the existence of vampires from the mortal world. Breaking the Masquerade is punishable by final death. Oop, I like how they made that last line linger a little bit. They were like, this is important. In Boston, vampire factions have long been at each other's throats. After much conflict, Hazel Iverson, the new prince, has sealed a fragile pact with a group of blood sorcerers known as the Hartford Chauncey. Do we know about them? I feel like I know something about sorcerers, but it might not be from bloodlines, it might be something else. The alliance will not only provide stability to the domain, but will hand the prince the blood trade, the trafficking of blood and mortal victims that serves the need of the vampire elite. Tonight, the undead will celebrate. Okay, interesting. Alright, it's a good premise. I'm intrigued. I have questions. I want to know more. Right. The thing that made me earlier, my keyboard is clicky. So I'll do what I can.
I'll just get this going.
Oh fuck, I've got to turn. Oh, subtitles are on. Good.
We're all
I
set.
have to put them on. Oh,
Now,
I love
to begin, tell me, what do you see?
I love how the subtitles are presented. It's very pretty.
I don't know.
Oh, am I a child?
Try this. Focus on your vision.
Okay. I'll try to be careful with the keyboard so it's not too distracting, but, oh my god! What the fuck? Oh no! Oh my god! What's happening?
It's too late! It's too late now!
Oh no! Oh my god, what's happening? Is that? I'm gonna have to remember to put a disclaimer at the beginning of this. I mean, I'm fine, but I don't want anyone to have to have an epileptic, like, seizure or anything. It's so pretty! Ooh, that was good. What a nice intro. Ooh, I'm excited. If the clicking is too distracting in the first episode, I'll see what I can do about fixing it for the next ones. Ah! Okay. I was like, my graphics, no. Look, man, graphics cards are expensive.
Did you feel it too?
Halsey?
Take your stuff. We're getting out of here.
Mine is doing the best it can to keep up. Oh, it's her.
We've got a problem.
She was in the vision. April Bosley.
Call them back.
Oh. Economics? Oh. Oh. I feel like I'm invading someone's Is that a pager? My dude, it's 2019. Get it together.
What's going on?
Oh, he's pretty. Shoot thing.
It's the prince. We must go quickly.
He's really pretty. I like his suit. Like, I mean, are the graphics the best that I've ever seen with everyone? In a technical way, no, but I still really like them. I think they're very... Ooh, it's Emem. Oh, she's so pretty.
Come on. Damn it. Hurry up.
I think they're very
Calm
pretty.
down.
Rebellious
Maybe it
star.
has nothing to do with the party.
You know full well I was in charge of it.
I like
If
her
anything
voice.
goes wrong, it's my head on the chopping block. Fuck. Damn it. It took Hazel months to convince the Hartford Chantry to ally themselves with us. So they finally accept, and then bam, a code red. There's never been a code red in Boston, damn it. This has gotta be bad, Emem.
Oh, fuck. Things to do. Dialogue. Skills. Right, because I hear it's not like combat. I believe that's the whole thing. Is like, this is completely story driven, so not really combat-y. Anyways, do the thing. Innate skills. In a dialogue, some answers require the use of your skills. Your skill level is compared with that of your opponents. The higher rating wins. So it's like gambling. You cannot use a skill if its rating is 0 willpower. 12. Using a skill consumes willpower. If your opponent wins, you gain a few willpower at the end of the dialogue. Cool. Okay. Psychology. Oh. Is it just... That took a minute, didn't it? Oh, okay, I'm supposed to be over here. I'm over here. So, psychology, Emem has a 2 to Journey's 1. Success 100%. That'll cost me 3 willpower. And then persuasion, Emem has a 0 to Journey's 2. Success 0. She has nothing to hide. Success.
It's not like you had anything to do with it. I'm sure.
You don't get it. I was in charge of organizing the party.
But security is Jara's problem.
Yeah,
normally.
except Jara is a member of the Rumaging. I'm not.
Is that how you pronounce it?
But you're a harpy. The prince will cover you.
What's a harpy?
You know she's always looking for an excuse to take him down a notch.
We'll see.
I love the voice actors because it's very husky.
What do we do next?
When everyone's safe, we move on to phase 2. We clean house.
As in, let's start with clean house. As in,
What do you mean by we clean house?
Getting rid of our archives, our documents, anything that might betray
What
our
about
network
people?
and relationships.
oh, okay. What's a code red?
Did you say this is the first code red in Boston?
Ever since the fall of London, protocol is no longer a laughing matter.
Whatever. They've been harping on that for 4 years now. They took away our internet access, our smartphones.
Is that why
It's
they
called
don't? Is
risk
that why they have
mitigation,
pagers?
That's all. A code red is an alarm signal that's sent to everyone to say, watch out, we're all in danger.
I wonder if she was
And everyone
designed
runs to shelter at the nearest
after
safe
the
house.
voice actress. Or
For
something.
us, it's with the prince. It could have been worse.
I'd have preferred worse.
You're not even
Girl.
listening to me.
Okay, let's change the subject. She's so pretty. Okay.
What comes after phase 2?
Just pray that it never comes
So we're
to
just-
that.
Come on, tell me.
We run,
Moving?
we leave everything behind, and we go into hiding. As
Just-
far from here as we can.
Everybody's just
There's
leaving
no
Boston.
way I'm leaving Boston. Everything I have is right here in the city. It took me right here in the city. It took me years to build my clubs. I've worked too hard to give it up now.
You won't have a choice. I know you hate coming here. Are you gonna be all right?
What do you think? I know how to behave, Jay.
Yeah, I know. Just keep your cool and it'll be fine.
I'm so glad there are subtitles. I was gonna be so upset if it started without, because I always forget to
My little
turn them on.
darlings. You're here at last.
Hello.
The fear that something horrible had happened to you terrified me.
Don't
Girl.
call for theatrics, April.
The prince asked to see you as soon as you arrived, Emem. I wouldn't dilly-dally if I were you. As for you, Journey, someone's triggered a code red. If anything has happened over there, I'll hold you personally responsible.
Girl, my club kept you safe. You better watch your tone. Okay. Vampires have supernatural abilities usually inherited from their clan. Disciplines, okay. We know what that is. Some disciplines can be used in dialogue. As with skills, a higher level wins. Not all disciplines are available to all vampires. Some mortals may possess certain powers, though most have no defenses. That's interesting. Oh, most have no defenses against disciplines. Some mortals may possess certain powers. I guess only in a world like that can you have a group like the Tremere create themselves. But that is interesting. I did not know. I didn't really learn much about the mortals in the world of darkness. There's already so much other stuff to know about werewolves and mages and shit. All right, hunters. Using a discipline generates hunger. Hunger has a value that cannot be exceeded. This limits the value of vampires' use of their powers. A vampire at their hunger limit risks losing control, attacking and feeding on the closest mortal. Oh my gosh. Keep all the mortals away. Okay. Presents. I have 1 to April's 3. Success is a 0. I can try to use it, but that's just gonna make me more hungry. Bitch, what happened to your eyes? Oh, is that how you know I'm using discipline? That's cool. And then, oh no, persuasion, which is gonna take, I have 0 to April's 3. Another fail. So both of these are fails. So the question is, do I want to lose willpower or do I want to lose, or do I want to gain hunger? I think I can lose willpower. Yeah, let's just do that. What just happened? Oh, I can't use it. It's not letting me use it at all. Oh, is it because I have a 0, so I can't use it at all? Must have read it wrong. Okay, it's like my only option is to try and flatter April, even though my success is definitely a 0. Okay. Failure. Yeah, I picked up that it was gonna be a failure.
You know, back in the day,
Whoa.
nobody could bat an eyelash without you knowing about it. You must know exactly what Jay is being blamed for, don't you?
Will she know that I'm trying to use my discipline?
My dear Emem, I adore you. Really, I do. But darling, please, you're way out of your league here. This alliance with the Hartford Chantry is crucial. The prince is on edge. We can't get through to anyone over there.
What does this have to do with Jay?
She was in charge of the whole thing, for goodness sake. Listen, both of you.
I
From
gained
now
a trait.
on, I don't want to hear another word out of either of you. The prince is furious. Journey, you're coming with me.
I don't see why.
And as for you, Hazel wants to see you. Right now.
Bye, Journey. Good luck. Whoa. Okay, I can't do any of those. Let's start with talents. Emem. Talents increase your abilities. Each talent is tied to a specific action. Repeating these actions will progressively unlock the tiers of a talent. Okay, cool. Oh, let's see if I can actually remember to properly manage my abilities in this game and not wait till the final battle to upgrade. Alright, let's do the things. Main characters. Emem, founder of the Black Rattlers. Toreador, 1929. Oh, so like right after Corsets stopped becoming popular, I think. if I'm getting my dates right. Generation 12th, sire Hilda McAndrews. Oh, fuck me. This is a lot. Ooh. Oh my god. Do I want to read all this right now? You know, I'm gonna read it, and then for those who aren't interested in me reading it, find yourself to the timestamps. Born Men of Bronze. Born in Harlem. I wonder if that's gonna explain the gold. I thought that was like a decorative element, but maybe it's part of her skin. I don't think so. Born in Harlem, 1901. 1901 embraced. So she's 28 years old. Emem grew up in a family of poor African American performers. Her father, Mason, was a magician by night and a window washer by day. Her mother, Clara, sang when she was not taking care of her 4 children. 4 children, jeez. When he was drafted in 1917, Emem's father enlisted in the 15th Regiment. Ew. Emem's father enlisted in the 15th Regiment of the New York National Guard, the Harlem Hellfighters, and participated in the liberation of France. Oh. He joined a jazz band in his unit and became a phenomenal success after the war ended. Path Studios had them record an album which would become the first jazz record to be played non-stop on French phonographs. Following this success, Mason decided to bring his family to Paris and to make a living playing his music in the jazz clubs that were beginning to sprout out throughout this capital, Paris. Emem was 17 years old and was a dancer. She spent time with the elite who would come to listen to her father, and it took little time for her to get noticed. She discovered the Follies. Jesus. Nope, I'm not doing it. And their international shows. She auditioned for it and passed with flying colors. From odd jobs backstage to subbing in for other performers, she proved herself and became a headline act at just 21 years old. Her burlesque stripping act, oh, girl off, all right, I see you, took Paris by storm, making her extremely popular. Emem began traveling. That explains her name, actually, a little bit. Oh, wait, does it? Perhaps not. Emem began traveling through Europe, dancing to packed houses in the hottest cabarets. Emem was young, beautiful, and radiant. Her life was the night as the champagne and money flowed. She was determined and alluring, the embodiment of a free and independent woman of the early 20th century. She had a fiery temperament that soon attracted the attention of Europe's divas. To die in your arms. December 1923, Emem performed 8 times at the Vienna Carl Theater. Okay. On the first night, she was introduced to Hilda McAndrews by the theater director outside her dressing room. Emem was immediately captivated by this mysterious aristocrat who attended each of her performances. They spent the night that followed in bars, exchanging stories about their lives and their art, their passions and their struggles. Hilda was cultured, charismatic, and politically engaged in the suffragette movement and the women's artistic community. Go off, okay? Emem, to her surprise, fell under her spell and gave in to this irresistible attraction. A passionate relationship formed right away between the two women, who became inseparable. Hilda confided in Emem and told her about her vampiric nature over the course of the next 3 years. For their love to endure, but also seduced by the promise of eternal youth, Emem asked to be sired right away. It would take yet another 3 years, however, before Hilda managed to get the local prince to agree to it. The prince feared that the young woman's notoriety would be a danger to the masquerade. I mean, that's a fair concern. With the prince's blessing at last, Hilda threw a spectacular celebration in honor of her companion, whom she would embrace at the end of this memorable evening. The sound of boots. Having lived in Vienna since their meeting at the Carl Theater, Hilda and Emem left Austria in 1934 for Paris, then Bordeaux. Alas, France's surrender in 1940 forced the couple to reconsider their plans. With the help of her contacts in London, Hilda managed to negotiate a crossing to Boston, her hometown. Though hesitant at first, the city's Malkavian prince, Quentin King, finally granted them asylum. Emem and Hilda were introduced to the court, where 50 years of intrigue would bring their passions to its inevitable end. That's the thing about love. Sometimes it lasts eternity, sometimes it does not. Either way, you're rolling the dice. So I'm not going to read Galab and Leysha's yet until after we meet them. I think that's the best way to do this, is to go by person. The codex lists and explains many concepts from the source of the event. Okay. I don't think we need to do. Is this? Oh, sorry. Oh. I don't think we need to go through all the things. Actually, you know what? Let me do a little. It's been like a month or two. Let's do a little refresh, a little quiz. Let me quiz myself a little, see if I remember some things. Clans are. Oh, there's 13 clans in this one. I think Bloodlines only featured like 7 main ones, and so there's 13 clans. And the clans are like the group that you're with, and that's usually you belong to a clan if if a kindred of that clan embraces you. And each clan has different abilities, etc., etc. Bloodlines, they are bloodlines. And then there's the caitiff, who are the clanless, I believe, the ones who don't know where they belong, and the thin bloods, who are usually rejected because they're seen as weaker and closer to mortals. The Bruja are, you know what I mean? The Bruja or Bruja, I do not remember for the life of me. That's Jack's. No, is Jack a gang? No, the Bruja. That was Nine's clan in Bloodlines. Counterculture and Revolution. Yeah, I'm right. I don't know what their ability is. I'm really realizing now how little I know about the actual clan specifically. I'm not gonna read through all the stuff, but feel free to pause and go through. But just remember what I know. They are Counterculture and Revolutionary. I know them to be the group Nines was with, so the Anarchs were, a lot of them were Bruja, which seems to align with their whole aesthetic. Let's see. Caitiff, clanless, the clanless homies. Created by accident. I could have been a caitiff if it wasn't for the fact that like they found me, and my clan took me in. Well, first Jack took me in, and then I went to go see Strauss, and I worked my way into that group as well. The Tremere in Bloodlines. The Gangrel, they are outcast of Wondrous Rose. They're very animalistic, I believe. What's his face? Beckett was a gangrel. I believe they're able to change form. Beckett was able to turn into like a wolf type character, but he's not a werewolf, so gangrels can do that. But they're closer to being beast like. That's what I remember about the gangrel. Malkavians, these fuckers can try to kill me on a number of occasions. They are a little loose in the mind, but they. Many of them have the ability to see like glimpse of the future, I believe. They're psychic-y, and people are very afraid of them. Or at least they make people uncomfortable. They're mad. They are each mad, so why would their respective origins matter? Okay, cool. But yeah, that's their thing. They have like a double curse, I guess. They can see glimpses of the future in addition to being kindred. Nosferatu, their double curse is the fact that they actually look, the outside matches the inside, I guess you could say. That's not like actually accurate. Many of them are very nice people. I met a couple Nosferatu that I really liked. Tongue was cool. Gary can go fuck himself, but there were a couple of them that were really nice, but they look physically like monsters. Many of them don't go out. But the ones who can disguise themselves probably are able to go out, but the ones who can't stay inside because they are deformed, quote unquote. That's the Nosferatu. They can go invisible, I think, is like, I don't know if that's like a thing anyone can do. I think anyone can maybe learn that skill, but I know Gary was able to go invisible. They're like the techie folk as well. Masters of secrets because they live in the shadows, etc., etc. Toreador, are they the sexy people? No, they're the art people. They're like artistic and shit. I did the Vampire Masquerade, the clan quiz on World of Darkness website, and I got Toreador, which kind of hurt my feelings because I was like, Tremere now, but yeah, that's what happened. I don't know much about the Toreador. Are they the artsy ones? Avant-garde, fresh thinkers, experimentation, aesthetic, discovery. I respect that. I like aesthetic. Art encompasses all form of entertainment and simulation. Dancers, yeah, there it is. Actors, singers, writers, dancers. So yeah, the artsy folk. I don't know what their specific abilities are. I know that our girl here, Emem, is a toreador. Kind of rose divas. Ironically, I actually hate roses. I don't like flowers in general, but but the only flower I actually like is the white lily. With the exception of that, like, I actually hate roses. You know how people say like flowers smell good? I don't think flowers smell good. I think they smell like dirt. And I don't understand why people insist on gifting other people flower corpses, because that's really what a flower is. It's the corpse of what was a living thing. Leave it in the ground. Like, fucking leave it in the ground. But we like to give people corpses and then watch them wilt and be confused. Like, it's just, that's a personal little rant. But yeah, don't like roses, so it's fun that I don't like flowers, and of the flowers that I dislike, I hate roses the most. I think they're obnoxious and stuck up their own thorns. And yet here, I guess I sound like a diva. Well, yeah, that is apparently my clan according to World of Darkness, and that is Emem's clan, and I love Emem so much. Tremere, this was the clan I was during Bloodlines. They are mages. They made themselves into kindred through the power of magic, and they have thaumaturgy. I forgot what that's blood magic, I think, which I thought went by a different name in other forms of media. Well, a name that starts with an S that I can picture the name, but I can't pronounce it. But thaumaturgy is, I believe that's blood magic, or it might just be regular, just a word for the way they use their abilities. But yeah, people don't trust them because they don't know what side they're on, and also it can be a little their power is scary. But they live in Chantries, they very close, keep to themselves, and do magic shit. So cool. Ventru, like the politicians, I guess, they're all about upper class shit, bureaucrats. They can't drink rat blood because it'll literally make them sick, which is funny. Power and wealth are their whole shtick. The prince of Santa Monica in Bloodlines, he was a Ventru, and I killed him, and well, I didn't kill him, but I killed a bunch of his homies before I approached him, and that's their thing. And I know there are more clans, and those are the actually main four from the Bloodlines game as well. There are more clans such as the Temiski, who are people that they engage in, like, I don't want to call it self-mutilation, maybe experimentation. They contort their body. They kind of make themselves look however they want. Some might go with standard beauty, but some will choose to be a little bit more creative with what they do to themselves. There are a few other that come to mind, but their names I can't remember. There's one clan that's like assassins or some shit, and they like can't be trusted. But we're gonna stick with the ones that the game prioritizes, and yeah, let that be that for now. Camarilla, right, two sects, Camarilla and Anarchs. Camarilla are currently the ones in power. They run shit. There's a prince for every like area or whatever, and they kind of act like the kindred government. That's what I remember about the Camarilla. The Anarchs are against the Camarilla because they don't want to be controlled by the Camarilla. And as much as I like the aesthetic of rebellion, my only issue with the Anarchs is, like, I toss them and they don't seem to have any ideas of what they would replace the Camarilla with, and that's the only part, like, my only issue with them. What the fuck is a Baron? Oh, an Anarch leader. Cool. Right. That one dude in Hollywood and Bloodlines, he was the Baron of that area, I believe. The Red Salon. Oh, is this where I am? I think that's where I am. Rumaging, right, the representatives. Strauss was a Rumaging. There's one for each clan, I believe, and then the prince runs the whole thing. World of Darkness. Oh, fuck me, bro, I'm not doing that. Okay. Let's see what I know. Final death, to be embraced to be turned into a kindred. Final death is when you die, like after being a kindred of vampires. Masquerade is the law of the land. Don't let humans find out that we exist. That is the masquerade. Don't know what this is. Blood bond, I believe that's how you get a ghoul, which is down here, and they're like a mortal, I don't want to call him a slave, but like servant. they drink your blood, and as a result, they get to live longer and stay healthier and be stronger than average humans. Or blood bond, I think, can also work with kindred, like a more powerful kindred can create blood bond with a weaker kindred. With the exception of people from the Tremere clan, they cannot create blood bonds. Yeah, looks like I was right. They become attached to their donor, and that's, I believe, the same. There's the same logic behind that and what's happening with the ghouls. Generation is like, that one's hard to explain, but I know it's like how far apart you are from the initial, from Cain's 13 grandchildren. That's not what it is. How far apart you are from like the original kindred, which I believe are Cain's sons. I don't think it starts with Cain's. I think it starts with Cain's sons. The beast is the part of you that wants you to drink all the blood, and you have to keep denying it. But if you give into it, you might go crazy and just start drinking people's blood, and that would not be good. Hunger is a desire to drink. Yeah, I think I know what I need to know from the codex. So I've done Emem, and we just met April. Yes, bitch, you better. Let's look. Oh shoot! April was embraced after I was born. You could almost consider her Gen Z. Okay, no. She was born in the 70s. Cool. She's interesting. Born in the 70s. She's quite young. Toreador, just like Emem. 12th generation, just like Emem. Robert Caesar. Okay, hers is short, so I think I can do this one. April Bosley, Bay Village and Ambition. April was born in 1970 in Boston's Bay Village neighborhood. She studied fashion in New York before leaving to train with prestigious fashion houses across Europe. Upon her return to Boston in 1998, she founded her own house of high fashion. The unique anti-conformist elegance of her... Wow, what am I saying? The unique anti-conformist elegance of her creations soon drew the attention of the divas of Boston. They naturally invited April into their social circle, where she found herself intoxicated by their charm. April found an inexhaustible source of inspiration in the numbers of the Clan of the Rose. The Toreador gang. The Trap. One member of the clan was a well-known art collector whom April met and became enamored with. Don't want to do that. Don't want to go and do that. Their boundless passion pushed her to accept an embrace that she understood nothing about after only a few months. However, is that legal? Doesn't he have to ask the prince first? However, her lover inside quickly lost interest in her after the pride of flaunting his conquest in the most fashionable spots in Boston. Oh no! The first years of April's life were spent alone in solitude. She found refuge and support in one of Emem's clubs, where she learned all about her new nature and the history of the kindred. There she met souls who were worn out by their mad hopes and suffering. The Bond. It was in this club that she first met Hazel Iverson, a kindred whose embrace and abandonment by her sire reminded April of her own circumstances. April admired Hazel for the way she was able to turn the situation to her advantage. April offered Iverson her support and her services, and thanks to her loyalty, Hazel granted her the title of Herald when she took over the domain. So Hazel was also abandoned by her. Sorry, you see what I mean about eternal love and stuff? Sometimes it's long, sometimes it's short. Don't. This it'd be so easy to do my man-hating binge right now, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay. It's interesting because she is younger than me by a lot. Both in years as a kindred, but also in like... Actually, I don't know how old she is in terms of like her mortal age, but in years as a kindred, I've been embraced for much longer than her, but she's more powerful than me. So I guess some things are just genetics. Sometimes you just get lucky. I did the talent. I'm gonna do the traits in a second. I want to read about the Hartford Chantry. Okay. While New England certainly isn't lacking in vampire strongholds, the Hartford Chantry is the most famous Tremere haven, a direct rival to the Salem Chantry Hartford has held its own for several centuries, during which it was subject to infighting, enemy attacks, and turf wars. Its influence, which fluctuated over the years, greatly increased under the reign of John Rees, who led the domain until 2014. His successor, Osborne, seems intent on maintaining the same momentum in the years to come, as demonstrated by the recent... I know how to pronounce this word, but I'm blanking. Anyways, between Hartford and Boston. So it's just another Tremere stronghold. Interesting. Tremere, let's go. Woo. Salem, Salem, okay. Alright. Traits menu. Traits are positive or negative effects that influence the abilities of the character in question. Traits are only revealed once they have been earned as a result of an action, a character's choice, or a consequence. The hunger level, whether low or high, confers temporary traits to have affected the character's abilities. As it rises to suspicion rating, creates more negative traits that increase the difficulty faced by the characters. Okay, so I have to do stuff to reveal. So all her traits, I'm guessing, are set. All of them, all 3 of them. And I have to do stuff to reveal them. Hunger level, whether low or high, confers temporary traits. So certain traits might pop up depending on how hungry I am. Interesting. Alright, bet. Princess Quarters. I learned Emem has encountered others more powerful than her, for now. Something to strengthen her mind for future challenges. Effects. -10 to the next experience cost for the mental attribute. That's interesting. That's cool. I like that. Makes the game a little bit more complicated from a narrative point of view. All right, let's check our girl out. Let's check out the fit. I see this outfit, this like situation. This is what made me on the cover made me think, whoa, bitch, she looks so fine. Oh, hello. Look at the hair. I love the sleeves on this dress. Me personally, my outfits don't tend to be as flaunty, but I can appreciate a good look. All right, I might not be able to pull it off, but I can appreciate it when someone who can does. I love the gold. I think that is just like makeup. I wish I could see the shoes. I fucking love shoes. I'm a sucker for good shoes. Those are nice, but I do prefer closed toe. You never know when someone's gonna try to step on your toes.
It's gonna be a long night.
She looks like a mannequin. Not like she stands like one. Hello. Cool. Nice bow. Thanks. I guess I can talk to them, and these are doors. But I mean, like, the sheen on her skin makes it look like a mannequin. Can I just walk through these? Okay, I cannot. Because there's no, like, queue to open. I'm gonna try to talk to these 2 guys in a second. Maybe get some answers or something. Can she run? Okay, can't run, can't jump. Let's stop the good talk. Oh, okay, so it's just...
Can I help you?
I mean, can you? I'm hungry. I gotta take care of that at some point. Oh, I'm trying to see the red ribbon in her hair and braid it into her hair, but it's difficult. Oh, I forgot about the goals. I forgot about that. Okay, cute goals. I like that little jacket situation. Oh my god, he looks like a vampire. Fuck. What is this outfit? Are you sneering at me, sir? Did I offend you?
Galab.
Emem Lewis.
She smiles
Galab.
like a toreador.
Letters etched in bold right upon her teeth.
What about that bearded guy who's swallowing his bile?
Dajan Siaka.
A Tremere warlock, then?
Keep him at a healthy distance. With a sideward
Galab.
glance, he could make the blood in your veins boil.
What is Galab? I don't remember Galab's.
Is court attendance usually this sparse?
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to crawl into his lap, man. It's so fine. Let me see if I can pop into... Okay. Just regular dialogue, no cost. There are usually more of us. Everyone should have been at the party. She's talking too much. Who's talking too much? Why is he so okay.
Under ordinary circumstances, there would be more of us here.
Is it because of the code red?
Could be. We should have all been at that party. But a code red is a code red. No one can leave. I'd hate to be Caius right about now.
It's a lovely
Why?
voice. Ooh, no
He's
Slouthing.
second honcho of house security. This promises to be a busy night.
I know what you mean. It's one thing to have been told that the Nosferatu don't age well. It's another thing to see it for yourself.
Don't
It's
be
by no
rude.
fault of their own.
Do you think you'll be able to ask the prince tonight if you can embrace me?
Girl.
Now is no longer the time.
Sorry, girl. But he's right. Now is not the time. If bad things are happening, it's not
And
a good time to
he
ask for favors.
Is your child?
Mr. Beryl
Oh,
Underwood.
wow. Clearly the genes did not flow down. I know that's not how it works, but it's just, yeah. You good, sis? Look at her eyes. He's a real shark. He's one of the members of the Primage. Oh, I don't want to talk to her about it. Are these words that I can say and then these are just things that I'm thinking or like impressions I want to make? Because these two seem like actual dialogue, whereas this third one kind of seems like closer to an action. Anyways, I don't mind
He
being
is
honest.
tortured by a demon. We all have one. The beast that preys upon him is a
Oh, my
loving
nigga
one.
tatted. Let me see your hand.
If someone held a stake to his heart and cried your money or your unlife, he'd ask you for some time to think it over.
It's his greed, then, that cost him your favor?
Everything about him was disappointment.
Interesting.
Never forget.
Then why
that
did
the
I
court
embrace
is
him?
a chessboard. We are monsters.
Why did Galab
We sacrifice
embrace him?
pawns. If you want to be a major piece, then behave accordingly.
But
Nothing can happen to you here. We're in the prince's house. She must be finished by now. Wait for me. This won't take long.
He could be a Ventrue,
It's
but he
out
could
of the
also
question,
be...
Emem. I won't let her get away with this.
All right, calm down, Dajan.
Where's Journey?
What's
Okay,
it to
sir.
you?
You're
Don't
gonna need to
start with me. She was in charge
calm
of the party.
down. Bring
She
it down
has to
5
take
notches.
responsibility for this.
Leave her out of it.
It's too late for that. Don't waste your time covering for her. She's not a kid anymore. I haven't heard from my child, and no one's able to
he's
get through to them
worried.
over there.
Go on then. Go and save Imani and stop wasting your breath.
There are rules. Need I remind you? We're all stuck here.
You're such a good boy.
You'll never
Man.
change.
Dajan.
What? Oh, come on, Hilda, she needs to grow up.
Hilda. That's my sire.
leave us.
I was gonna tell him that he can go fuck himself, but he's just worried about his child. Oh, I can understand that. Hello, Hilda. You can see bad bitch energy just
I don't
emanating
need
from
your
her.
help.
Emem.
Please.
Stop calling me that.
I was worried about you.
You still haven't moved on, have you? You're always getting in my way.
Emem.
Lower your voice.
Fucking chip on your
People are
shoulder, this
staring.
one. Emem is saucy. Ma'am. I'm trying to survive this night. I'm thinking about like Galab and what he could be just based on his features, because he's got like the dark circles. He veins, so he's not giving the same kind of like flawless beauty as some of. He's fun. I would oof. And I'm wondering if that like the appearance might have something to do with his clan. He could be a Ventrue just from the suit, but I think he could also very well be something a little bit more beastly. He could, I think, like maybe a Bruja. I guess we'll find out when we go into the thing and read about him. Focus. Focus allows you to temporarily increase a skill by 1 or 2 levels. The more you increase your focus, the more the willpower cost increases. To be focused, a skill must have a minimum score of 1 point. Disciplines or knowledge cannot be focused. Cool. Good to know. Like this? I have no idea how I did that. I'm not quite sure if I did. I think I had to like scroll the wheel up. Okay, if the skill or discipline level are the same, the outcome of this conflict is uncertain. 30%? At least give me 50. Jeez. I'm dropping 2 extra willpower for this. The chance of victory can be influenced by a number of bonuses or penalties, as well as spending experience points. Cool. Let me see. I see. Okay, you roll up, you roll down. I can get 100. 30 to 100 real quick. This one I have to at least have one. They won't let me fail this, doesn't look like. Yeah, I have to use a focus. I'm not a gambler. I don't gamble. I mean, what's one extra willpower, I guess. But then I could need that one extra. I could need the focus for something else later on. Let's just take the L. Let's take the L's early, you know. Increase your chance of catching W later. She focused too. Okay, then I'm glad I didn't do the extra focus, because she would have focused as well and then probably met me, and then I probably would have lost anyway. So I'm glad I didn't do that. Your opponent can also focus their own skill, but you won't know when probably. Unlike you, focus only allows them to increase their skill by 1 level. Okay, that's good. The increase of opponent focus is represented by a percentage. The more aggressive you are, skill focus, use this one, the more the risk of opponent focus increases. Okay. Okay, so okay, so in a way you could say that my aggression could trigger someone else to use focus. Okay.
Do you know
I would
what
have
this
lost
code
anyway,
red is all
probably.
about? You're in the Primogen. You must know something.
I'm in the same boat as the rest of you.
pretty.
Apparently, it was from one of Moore's retainers. That's all I know.
She's pretty in a very classic kind of way.
Jason Moore. Don't
Look
you
at the
remember him?
jawbone.
He's the human who manages our interests when the sun comes up. He handles our assets, errands with the banks.
What does he have to do with this?
I don't know. It now seems that Miss Hazel Iverson, the mighty Prince of Boston, is no longer on speaking terms with the Primogen. As
You can
of
do
now,
that?
the ideal time.
She asked to see me. Do you know why?
My best guess is that she'd like to talk to you about Journey, of course. I always warned you that girl was trouble.
Yeah, sure. I've gotta go. Hazel must be upstairs. I'd better hurry.
Okay.
What about Jara? I haven't seen her.
I will eavesdrop on their conversation in a second. There's... Right, the first thing I want to do is check out... Where is...
Councillor Drury is not here.
How do I...
Nor is Dr. Dunham.
answer the
Mr. Lido's
princess
teams
summons?
are trying to
Q
reach
to
them,
show goals.
but-
I'm hitting Q.
Nobody's
Is that
answering?
it? Oh, I get
No.
it. That okay. Ah man, I missed out on their conversation. I was distracted. At least y'all got it. Let's learn about Gabe. Bitch. Why do you have such a long story? Like, what is this? Protector of a cat. This is a sir. Oh, it's right, Venture. I guess the suit speaks. I'm ready to fight. He only has one sire. Jean Baptiste is his. One child. Jean Baptiste. Okay, 10 generations, 2 generations older than Emem. Okay. Again, timestamps below if you want to skip the dramatic reading. Date of embrace 1745. Ahem. The Imperial. He is old. My guy is ancient, bruh. Okay. The Imperial throne. In 1710, in Constantinople, Mizra, I believe, the King's Light, gave birth to, oh my god, Seza? Okay, look. Suleiman, her firstborn son. Mizra, isn't that the name of a, never mind, let me not start guessing, and then history, and then just offend somebody. I doubt I would have offended anyone, but let me not start guessing history. Mizra, whose birth name was Jeanette de Bazori, left France and joined the harem of Ahmed III, Sultan of the Ottoman Empire, the previous year, and quickly became his favorite. Cool. She was a doting mother who was constantly concerned about the child who was destined to inherit his father's throne. Suleiman, for his part, was given an excellent education and learned about courtly life with his younger brother, Mustafa. The two brothers, so it looks like situation where the second name is the first name, or in terms of translating to European systems. European? Western systems? Never mind. Anyways, the two brothers had very different personalities. While Suleiman was quiet, stubborn, and adventurous, Mustafa was more versatile and fearful. The fall. In 1930, their father, Ahmed III, in 1730, their father, Ahmed III, or whatever, Ahmed III, became unpopular, and the Janissaries revolted against him and forced him to abdicate in favor of his nephew. From that moment on, the seething Suleiman began plotting revenge in the long term to restore his father to the throne. Although he was aware of the problems this would cause, he felt that the only thing to do was to put the rightful ruler back on his throne. His mother, having heard of this, made him promise to give up his plan and disappear before the Janissaries could kill him. She convinced him to leave for the west by faking his death. Suleiman secretly set sail one night. In 1732, Mizra died a few weeks later out of grief over the loss of her son. R.I.P. It was said. However, the truth was quite different. Having caught wind of her betrayal, the Janissaries murdered her. Gasp. We gotta go back and fuck them up. The boat that belonged to Jeanette, the Bazaries family, took Suleiman to the port of Antwerp, where, in homage to his mother, he called himself Galab Bazari. So now we know why he is Galab. So he's half France, half... Yup. Okay. So he took his mother's name after her death. I don't know where I was. Okay, there it is. He was adopted by a family of diamond merchants who traded between Europe and the New World, and whose newfound fortune grew rapidly. Under their guidance, Galab sailed the oceans in search of new business ventures. He honed his knowledge of astronomy and mathematics, forged relationships around the globe, and used the opportunity to weave an impressive web of influence. His business dealings brought him into contact with aristocrats whose conventions he mastered, as well as with drunken sailors whom he learned to manage. Out of necessity, he became a leader. His natural authority and his ability to adapt won him respect. Little by little, his life on the deck of the ship became his only source of pleasure. He never set foot in his native land again. It was through sailors that he learned of his mother's death, followed by that of his father, and finally his brother Mustafa III's ascension to the throne. A throne that could have been his. A family that he could have saved. No matter how far he sailed, these thoughts were always with him. It's interesting that they kept his little brother and didn't just kill him too. During a stop in Cadiz in 1740, he met Jean-Baptiste Tavernier, a renowned French explorer, and a lot of France happening. A renowned French explorer and merchant who had supposedly died in Moscow in 1689. In reality, he was eventually seeking to expand his control of the diamond trade at all costs. The collaboration between the two men proves to be fruitful, even beyond Tavernier's expectations. Bazary's effectiveness and his discretion delighted him. In the space of a few years, their professional dealings were enriched by secrets, and the young sailor saw in his mentor the father figure that he had never really had. One calm night, after a particularly turbulent Atlantic crossing, Galab opened up to Tavernier a bit more and told him about his background. Tavernier understood... Tavernier... I think I'm saying that right. Tavernier understood what appealed to him about this young sailor, his nobility, which, although hidden, naturally emanated from him. A thought came to Tavernier, who had never sired anyone before. He began to treat Galab like a true member of his family and spoke to him about the occult to gauge his reaction. Then came the thorny issue of revealing his true nature. Tavernier portrayed the embrace as a gift. It didn't take much to convince the young sailor of the value of agelessness. Galab accepted. His embrace was painful and bitter. It took him several days to be able to tolerate the beast that would now gnaw at him for all eternity. Tavernier attempted to focus his child's anger on the revenge he would get against those who had deprived him of his throne, but Galab did not see things that way. His thirst for justice was replaced by a disgust for humankind, and a growing disinterest in their affairs. Interesting. He now wished to rise above the kind, to use his eternity for previously impossible purposes. His sire, who saw a certain interest in it, let his child experiment. Galab spent half a century roaming the 7 seas of the globe, getting rich by acquiring diamond mines and trading companies. He toyed with the laws of men, but scrupulously respected the principles that Tavernier instilled in him. The mutually beneficial and balanced relationship continued until the early 19th century. A hunter's instinct. Fuck me, Islam. Under the pretext of wanting to share his love of nature and the great outdoors with Galab, Jean-Baptiste invited him to go to the Marikai region to meet an old acquaintance of his, the explorer Toussaint? Fuck me. This dude, fuck. The gangrel chose to establish his den in the heart of the forest and lived like an animal. Despite his sire's instructions, Galab had difficulty finding the gangrel. After a physical encounter, the trapper understood why Tavernier sent him this venture, so he attempted to share his connection to the animal world with him, as he had done with his sire before him. Okay. While Gabriel was not interested in his ability to communicate with animals, his talent at tracking prey seemed more worthy of a kindred. It even proved to be necessary in the midst of this forest for a palate as refined as his, which was not I'm guessing typo, which was not to be satisfied with just any kind of blood. That's the issue with the gangrel. With the venture, they're all picky and shit. So, does that mean people outside of certain clans can pick up talents from other clans? I guess that would align with what I learned about invisibility. And is it more difficult, or like do you have to have someone who has the ability naturally teach you? I wonder what like the laws, the rules behind that are. Anyways, with practice, Galab was able to track down his prey on his own. The gangrel even trained him to differentiate the essence of a mortal from that of a kindred, or even from that of a lupine. The onset of the winter season forced the men to part ways. Gangrel heading back to the Pacific, Basri returning to civilization with a new skill. Although he would never reveal this to his sire, he was thankful to him for having given him this opportunity. That's sweet. Settling down in Boston. In 1806, with Napoleonic Wars tearing Europe apart, Galab met James Underwood, who, through the Sugar Trust, controlled the refined sugar trade. Slavery. With the United States under an embargo, Underwood's business was failing. Galab mustered all his knowledge to organize a large-scale smuggling operation, amassing a small fortune in the process. Underwood and Basri formed a close relationship. Beryl Underwood was born in 1807 and inherited the business from his father, James. When he died in 1833, Galab knew Beryl as he... I meant that wrong. Beryl Underwood was born in 1807 and inherited the business from his father, James, when he died in 1833. Galab knew Beryl as he had watched him grow up. The 26-year-old heir asked the man he viewed as a mentor to stay with him and help him, and Galab agreed for several reasons. His respect for his business-minded mortal, whom he deemed worthy of his interest, his honor that urged him not to abandon the relationship he had with James, and the profits he could make. He felt that his future lay in the New World and that it was better to settle there as soon as possible. It was with the agreement of his sire that he moved to Boston for good. Okay. Tavernier sensed that Galab had made great progress, and it was clear that the student had surpassed the master. He felt a kind of pride in this. While keeping his distance, he remained in regular contact with his child, treating him as an equal. It was on Galab's advice that he moved to South Africa to set up new diamond mines. Slavery. We don't like slavery on this channel. The child. Beryl Underwood exceeded Galab's expectations. He was more talented than his father, and adventure had something to do with it. But a vampire cannot become involved with a mortal over the long term without compromising their identity. Over the years, Beryl's doubts led him to question Galab, who gave him a frank answer. He admitted his monstrous nature to him. This was far from repellent to Beryl, who became more determined and asked Galab to give him the embrace. Galab had never thought of siring a child himself, so he put off the decision and did not accept until 1869, which explains why Mans is so old. You could have given him some of your youth, my guy. You just left him. You said, I'm gonna wait until you're like well into life, until you're wise. Beryl's embrace was quick. He immediately felt empowered. His ambition knew no bounds, and he sought to enrich himself by any means necessary. The Sugar Trust became the center of an international conglomerate that extended beyond the sugar trade. I knew that was different. Beryl was involved in every plot, every betrayal. Galab began to be suspicious of him, and he withdrew, which Beryl did not forgive him for. Interesting. Every plot, every betrayal. Galab was like, no, I don't want nothing to do with that. And Beryl's mad that he pissed off. Alright, cool. Executor. Over the course of the 20th century, seeing Beryl's unscrupulous behavior corrupting the kind through the environmental and health impacts of his business, Galab distanced himself from the business. He felt he had created a monster, a threat to all kindred. Should have killed his ass then. Quentin King, the Prince of Boston, offered him the position of executor of the prince, which he accepted as a means of escape. How are you running away from your child? My guy. King made him... the prince's last name is King. Prince King. That's funny. Anyways, King made him one of his favorite tools, sending him to hunt down those who threatened the Boston Camarilla. After centuries of building a business empire, chasing opportunities, and eliminating competitors, Galab derived satisfaction from the simple task of doing what he was told. You know, I can understand that. I too am someone who, you know, when they ask, like, do you see yourself as a follower or a leader? And they always want you to say leader. And a lot of people will say, like, I'm a mediator, I can do, I'll be the third person, whatever. I think it's because no one wants to admit that they're a follower. I'll admit that I enjoy following. It's nice to, like, leave responsibility in someone else's hands. Like, as much as I would like to, like, run my own shit, like, be my own boss, do all that stuff, there's something very tempting about having health insurance. You know? You get what something very nice about having certain benefits be the responsibility of someone else, procuring those things for you, and you just do as you're told. You just follow instructions. They're like, oh, make this thing, you make the thing, get this thing, you get the thing, you know, and then you don't have to think about, like, what ifs, because if anything goes wrong, it's not your fault. As long as you did your job, it's not on you, it's the person who told you to do it. They have to take responsibility. And there's something very comforting and releasing and just relaxing about that position. But no one wants to admit that they don't want to take responsibility because they are ashamed that they might look like a coward or might look weak. But, you know, the world is made of multiple things, and we can't all be leaders. Followers are just as valuable as leaders. It doesn't have to be such a negative thing. So yeah, I just completely went off topic. My bad. Galab derived satisfaction from the simple task of doing what he was told. He didn't count on the kindred destroyed. He didn't count the kindred destroyed, the mortals killed, or the thin-blooded suppressed. What? Oh, okay, my bad. He didn't count the kindred destroyed, the mortals killed, or the thin-blooded suppressed. He served his prince with his signature loyalty. When Beryl Underwood joined Quentin King's Rumaging council, Galab grew wary. Yeah, interesting that he's a Rumaging now. But I'm also someone who loves loyalty. I like it when I have a leader who I can be loyal to, and I can be incredibly loyal. Because it's easier that way. A lot of things are just easier that way when you have a decent person who's worthy of your loyalty and your respect. You let them make the rules. You just kind of do your thing and empower them to do whatever their stuff is, and you enjoy the benefits that fall down your way. Problem is, people are shit. And too often, they prove themselves to be unworthy of your loyalty. And then you're kind of fucked. Because now you have to go and start all over. But anyways, the beckoning. In recent years, the elders have started to feel an increasingly insistent urge to travel. How did I forget this man's name? Tavernier? That was one of the first to give in. Not having been warned, Galab considered this a betrayal. However, he also felt this same need. He was almost ready to give in to it, but King's disappearance changed everything. Underwood asked Galab to become the new Prince of Boston. He hoped to be able to manipulate Galab to serve his own interests. Oh, fuck you, Underwood. But Galab knew his child all too well and refused this poisoned gift. So it was Hazel Iverson who became Prince of Boston. Quickly, she surprised everyone by proving to be much less manipulable than expected, which was a pleasant surprise to Galab. Yep, we love to hear it. He then decided to put himself at her service. Iverson was happy to have a renowned ally like him and accepted. I like this. I like it. We like it. Like the aesthetic. When they said urge to travel, do they mean the final death? Like the urge to travel on to the next life, if they even have one? Okay. I can see that being difficult to accept if you're a child who actually knew and loved your sire, to know that they have eternity as you do, but they chose to end. But also, when you've been alive for so many centuries, I can also understand being like, I'm tired. I'm just tired. But one last wish. His interest in the Camarilla and his kind was renowned, as this new prince seemed to hold her own and had great plans for the future. Okay, that was a difficult read. It was during this same period that Galab heard about a young mortal who had just graduated from MIT and had gone to Silicon Valley to find a startup specializing in the blue economy. He inquired about her and finally met her. Finally, he won her trust and offered to make her his ghoul, with the aim of embracing her in the near future. He hoped to make her the counterpart of Beryl's self-destructive drive. However, Hazel Iverson did not subscribe to the same policy as Quentin King and would not grant the right to salary so easily. She even saw it as a way to maintain control over her precious Galab, who was forced to wait. Consumed by the beckoning, he could no longer bring himself to leave without having repaired what he considered to be his greatest mistake. Oh, does that mean we're gonna kill Underwood? I hope so. He sucks. Oh my god, Galab, that was a lot, but honestly considering he was born in the 1700s, early 1700s, I guess it makes sense why his little bio is so long. So long. But it's fascinating. It's interesting. Gives a lot of insight into him. Oh, he's so pretty. Anyways. Ew, this guy out here screaming at people. I'd have beat your ass. Okay. Tremere, but then he was worried about his child, so it's I can understand that. 9th generation child is Imani, sired by Marie de Ratchet. Okay. The meeting. Dajan had a passion for the occult. Oh boy, no wonder he's in the Tremere. That outfit though, my god. Like, whoa. Like, I love gold, specifically on brown skin. I think it really shines, especially if you have like the right undertone. But my god, that's a lot. And I saw the shorts. Moving on. Dajan had a passion for the occult. He was working in a record shop when he became acquainted with Marie de Ratchet. This kindred had fled Hartford after being sentenced to final death for receiving the embrace from a Tremere vampire without the approval of the city's prince. That's not fair. She joined Marcel, the Prince of New Orleans, and specialized in voodoo rituals. In 1998, good thing she ran, 1998, she decided to sire Dajan because of the exceptional aptitude he showed for the art. To deepen his knowledge of thaumaturgy with the other chantries, he decided to go on a journey that was the same as the one Marie had taken when she was younger. Revenge. On his way to Salem, Dajan made a stop in Boston, and Hazel Iverson asked to speak with him. She sought new supporters to counterbalance the power of her primogen. She earned Dajan's trust by revealing that she was aware of his origins, his bloodlines, and their banishment from New England. She promised him her utmost discretion if, in exchange, he joined the Boston Primogen and kept her informed of their every action. Dajan accepted on the condition that he be allowed to train with the Sisters of Salem, as he had initially planned. The warlock was very well received, in particular by Richard Dunham, who was conducting secret research on blood and was delighted by the sight of the thaumaturge, insight the thaumaturge would provide. Dajan went to negotiate the agreement with the Hartford Chantry on behalf of Hazel, not only because she was his prince, but also to exact his revenge on those who had punished his sire. Yeah, it doesn't seem fair to kill her just because she was embraced. Like, all she did was get embraced. How was that her fault? Rude. Hilda McAndrews. Oh, fuck me. Okay, I think I spent half the playthrough just reading. Okay. Date of embrace. Clan Toreador. Date of embrace 1788. Generation 11th. Child Emem. Sire Marie. Long name. Paternal support. Hilda was born in Boston of 1754. Her father, Dr. Aaron McAndrews, was a professor of chemistry and medicine. Enlisted in the Navy as an officer, he was taken prisoner in England during the Revolutionary War and gradually fell in love with the country. After his release, he continued to voyage to the British Isles. He would, on certain occasions, bring along his daughter Hilda, the young painting prodigy, convinced her career would flourish there. That was too many commas for me to keep track. This was how Hilda came to take up an apprenticeship in France under the tutelage of Adelaide a great painter of miniatures and pastels. Rebirth. There she met Marie, an apprentice like herself. The two young women fell in love almost immediately. Driven by the fearlessness of their youth, Marie flaunted her prince's authority and sired Hilda only 2 years after her own embrace. She lost her own life for not keeping the traditions and left Hilda on the brink of destruction. Marie's sire, Adelaide, aware of the young woman's talent, successfully intercepted with the prince on behalf of Hilda and officially adopted McAndrews. She became Hilda's mentor by proxy. Hold on. Okay. Adelaide was Adelaide was a strong woman and a pioneer in her art. Having faced misogyny and slander, she was an activist for equality between men and women at the end of the American Revolution. She passed on her feminist convictions to her apprentice, who, forced to paint under a number of male pseudonyms in Europe, was chopping at the bit for the fame that her gender prevented her from attaining. Hilda nurtured a desire to take revenge of society, both mortal and vampire. She traveled across Europe to meet the feminists who rose up during the 19th and 20th centuries. In particular, she marched alongside Emmeline Pankhurst suffragists. Where am I? Okay. Never again. She met Emem in 1923, and for the first time since Marie's destruction, Hilda finally felt she was no longer alone. Emem's enthusiasm rekindled the spark of passion within her, and it took little time for her to fall deeply in love with the young woman. Hilda waited 3 years, however, before revealing her vampiric nature to her. 6 years later, she finally embraced Emem, sealing their fates together forever. Disillusions. The couple lived in Vienna until they were driven by the shadow of Nazi Germany to the French border, where Hilda hoped to find refuge. Alas, the progress made by German troops forced her to reconsider her plan. In 1940, she resumed contact with her sire Adelaide and begged the London court for help. Queen Anne summoned her. After tough negotiation, Hilda was granted permission to settle in Boston, then under the reign of Prince Quentin King III. The London court helped her leave for Cape Cod, which was held by a thriving Toreador community. However, if Hilda hoped to be able to reconnect with her art and continue her relationship as they had done in Europe, it was not to be. Emem won over a new public in New England, and all the kindred were enraptured by her. Hilda lived in her shadow. As Emem regained a taste for things after a difficult departure from France, Hilda became embittered and somber. The contrast between them increased, and they seemed to become a more mismatched couple day by day. Hilda refused to live apart from Emem, despite their artistic incompatibilities. Nevertheless, she felt the looks from her clan begin to change. She received embarrassed smiles and downturned faces as she passed them. Her relationship with Emem finally came to an end in March 1990 amidst resentment and regret. Oh, that's so sad. Poor Hilda. Advisor McAndrews. After their separation, Emem left the court to live on fringes of the kindred territory, while Hilda remained firmly embedded in Boston's high society. Coping with Quentin King's madness and brutal reign, McAndrews maneuvered to gain visibility and power. In 2014, as the beckoning began to win over the city's oldest licks, Hilda established herself as one of Boston's last figures of power. Along with Underwood and Dunham, she conspired to appoint Quentin King's successor and was made part of the Rumaging Council. The cohabitation with Hazel Iverson proved to be more complicated than anticipated. At first convinced that she had found the ideal puppet to dangle over the city's throne, Hilda quickly realized that Iverson is not the young, easily manipulable woman she hoped to influence. Quite the contrary. I'm really looking forward to meeting Hilda at this point, because everyone seems to have comments about the kind of person she is. The most prominent comment being that she can't be manipulated.
They've all got such long faces.
Can I talk to everyone? Let's have a little chat with Underwood.
We haven't seen you here in ages now, have we?
Don't be a dick. And I'm out of here as soon as I can. Okay. It's because of the code red.
Let's holster our weapons. I'm only here because of that goddamn code red.
Blunt and to the point,
God, look
as
at his
usual.
face.
With a bit of luck, your suffering will be over soon.
What's that supposed to mean?
How's business these days?
Why? You want to invest?
Don't tempt me.
Ooh, girl, I'm nowhere near good enough to even try a rhetoric. I want to know what he's interested in, but I'm clearly not going to be able to find that answer.
I'm shocked to think you put so much as a penny into one of my clubs. They don't bring in enough for your taste, Beryl.
You're right. I'm not interested in them. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to be alone. I'm waiting for Galab.
Makes you think he wants to talk to you. Seems to me like it's a child still obsessed with his sire. Oh, that's the way I came in. Really shouldn't keep Hazel waiting.
Hey, Abby.
Hey, Emem.
Why does she know about the code red?
Abby, do you know what's going on?
I'm sorry, but I can't.
Venture?
Please? I feel like I've been plopped down in the middle of a minefield.
There are rumors about Journey.
I love the lipstick.
Rumors about how this is all her fault. Did you know that Jay was in charge of the party?
Shit. I bet she's gonna take the fall for whatever happened.
I don't think she's involved, but we've got to be on our guard.
I still don't really know what happened at the party. I'm guessing it... I think... Answer the princess summon. Is that like upstairs or something? I'm guessing it... But the massacre showed people that I hadn't met yet. Or was that the...
And our prince.
Event?
I'm sorry, but Miss Iverson is occupied.
Oh, really?
Did you want something?
His name is Lazarus?
Hazel's waiting.
Oh, my bad. I mixed up Hilda and Hazel, I think, when I was talking earlier about being excited to meet one. Alright, I'm excited to meet Hazel. She seems interesting.
Sorry, that's not possible.
Why not? I guess it's because I have an appointment. The game's like, go do what we sent you to do. Stop fucking around. Go to the princess floor. They need to let a girl change her outfit.
Hazel must be pissed. What the hell could she want with me?
I'd want to put on some sneakers and like a pair of like comfy pants before any kind of code wear, just in case I have to run, you know? Some of us can't run in heels. Or at least we can't run fast in heels. What is this? Judging by the wonkiness, I'm guessing we're about to meet Leysha. That is a massive syringe. Unstable seer.
Is everything okay, Mom? Penny for your thoughts?
Mom?
Nothing, Pumpkin. What were you saying?
That's her daughter?
You saw pictures again? You're not going back to the Institute, are you?
Institute?
No, don't fret. I'm gonna stay here with you now.
I don't like it when Richard takes you away.
I
He's
forgot
my
who Richard was.
psychiatrist. He's helping me so I can be with you.
Mom has a little trouble sometimes, remember?
I see things that haven't happened yet. And I forget others.
Yes, I know. And you have to slumber so you can rest all alone sometimes.
Got a lisp.
But 3 years was too long.
It's not good to make promises that you're not sure you can keep. Let's do this one.
It seemed like an eternity without you.
I missed you too, Mom.
Aww.
I need my sweet little monster.
Mom? What's going on? Why does everybody look so upset?
I think something serious is happening. I'm worried. I still haven't seen Richard.
I like that shoot. I like the whole
for him
fit.
so he could explain, but he can't be found.
So what do we do now?
I was told to wait here because Hazel wants to see us. There are grown-ups coming, and your mother needs to talk to them.
Oh, then I'll go hide, because grown-ups talk to me too much.
Smart girl.
If you want, sweetie. But don't wander off. Go on. Show me what you do to make sure no one spots you.
Okay, here I go.
Whoa! This girl just vanished. It's a demon. Burn. I guess. First of all, I love
Leysha.
Leysha, that's how you pronounce her name. Leysha's outfit.
wild.
It's super
Hey,
cute.
man.
Caleb, he's so fine for no reason. Anyways, her child
Did
just
you get out?
poofed.
Just tonight. Hazel wanted to see me.
That means she's extremely worried about the situation.
He looks the most
That
vampire-y.
or she's a major drama queen.
Wait, just give me a second. Whoa! I know, like, I read, like, some mortals have, like, abilities. Okay. Her kid is adorable. Whoa, she just... Okay. Whoa. Kindred must blend in among the mortal masses. Some Malkavians believe they need to be treated in order to do this, by reducing the delusions that make them stand out. The previous Prince of Boston, Quentin King, created an asylum where members of his clan could seek treatment. Quentin King was Malkavian. Interesting. You wouldn't think they'd put a Malkavian as prince. That sounds rude, but it's just everything I learned about them says be cautious. But that is interesting. Oh, it's like I'm gonna wait until we meet Hazel before I read her bit. Let's do Halsey first. She's a vampire, but she's a baby. Are you allowed to do that? Does it mean she'll never grow? Oh no. Let me just read. Clan Malkavian, that explains why she can use abilities. Embraced in 1939. I was gonna say, like, she's gonna be so pissed off when she grows old, but I just saw the second line of this paragraph. Halsey is Leysha's daughter. Her Malkavian nature has kept her mind that of a little girl. For Halsey, everything must be a game, hide and seek, a story, but above all, everything must be done with her mother, from whom she does not like to be separated. She was for 3 years. Oh no, Shan must have embraced her, probably by accident. Oh my god, this is so sad. Children shouldn't be trapped like that. Anyways, let's read about Leysha. Oh, this is short. Okay, Malkavian, 39. Let me see Halsey. Okay, so same year. Probably did it right after she was embraced, whatever. Generation 12. That which remains. Leysha's story is nothing more than a collection of fragments due to her memory impairment. She remembers that she was from France, near Lyon, and that Dr. Richard Dunham is her psychiatrist. Isn't Richard Dunham a Primogen, I think? As he has always been. She knows that he saved them from the war in 1939, both her and her daughter, Halsey. Also, he's both their sire. He made it possible for them to join the Boston court, held at the time by Quentin King, a child of Malkav like them. The rest is nothing but light and shadows. Leysha knows the names and sometimes even the stories of those around her without knowing exactly how or why. She remembers Quentin King, the previous prince, and his legendary obsessions, and more recently Hazel, the first year of her rise to power. Leysha remembers her warmly and fondly, despite only knowing her for a single year before leaving to be put into slumber at the Malkav Institute of Boston, as prescribed by Dr. Dunham, whatever. Leysha suffers from sudden visions where the present moment and possible futures bleed into one another. She fights her gift in order to be fit to take care of Halsey. However, this does not serve the prince's plans, as Hazel views this power as a way to master fate and bolster her ambitions. He's a piece of shit for changing Halsey as well. Am I speaking from Galab's point? Okay, looks like Emem doesn't realize how serious it is. She should show the prince more respect. It's probably the first one.
You shouldn't make light of the situation, believe me. There aren't many of us who have experienced a code red and survived.
Thanks for the heads up, Professor Bazori. First Siaka,
Bazori.
now you. Why won't anybody give me a break tonight?
Maybe you asked for it.
Damn.
Or maybe if you behaved in a manner more appropriate to the circumstances and our setting, then you'd better understand why everyone is so nervous.
Oh, this is a lot of back and forth. I don't feel like Emem would be defensive. I feel like she'd be offensive in everything. Me, I'd probably be a little more defensive because he did ask for it, but he was just you could argue that he was just concerned about his child. He's got no business lecturing me.
Stop it right there, Bazori. Don't take that tone with me. I choose what lessons to take.
We must all remain calm and accept any help we can get, even from the most unusual sources.
That's surprising to hear, coming from a blue blood. At least your certainties come from a more solid source than a prophecy from a child of Malkov.
You don't know what you're talking about.
All I'm saying is that whatever the problem is, your hallucinations aren't gonna help us solve it.
That's literally the opposite of what's about to happen, but okay. I will say this, Galab could use a toothbrush because he's got red in between his pearly whites. I said what I said. I don't think Leysha would give a fuck what a mem of all people has to like. I like her aesthetics, whatever, but I feel like if I was around her as a person, I'd probably avoid the fuck out of her just because I find her annoying. She's like, when you're always on 10 like that, you become very exhausting, especially when you're speaking out your ass half the time. So I don't know Leysha very well. Actually, I feel like Leysha will probably pick this one and try like defend herself. I don't know enough about her to be able to determine that. What would be, well, I guess it's up to me in the end. You know what? Fire for fire, let's go.
And yet, many of the things I saw ended up happening. Quentin King's disappearance, Hazel's rise to power, your breakup with Hilda too.
Damn, Leysha predicted that?
You're probably right. It's just Hazel and her flair for the dramatic.
Only time will tell.
Leysha has a very nice voice. They picked great voice actors for this. I like everyone's voice.
Ladies, sir, the prince shall see you now.
Hello. Oh, Emem Lewis, rebellious star, a diva who lights up bosses' nights but brings light into a world of darkness. But bringing light into a world of darkness can be perilous. Emem knows this, but she doesn't care. Choose a profile. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Profile that focuses on knowledge and skills that allow you to go undercover, extort, or steal information. Profile that focuses on improving attributes and a large selection of skills. It allows for a maximum number of interactions, but with less mastery. Veteran. Profile that focuses on dialogue skills and a physical attribute. It allows you to use the character's aura in conversation. Emem could be a jack of all trades, but let's do free. No prerequisites. Okay. Character sheet. Alright, time to get into the tabletopiness of it all. At the start of a game, my bad. At the start of a scene, previously earned experience points can be spent to improve the character's abilities. These abilities are provided in two areas, the character sheet and discipline sheet. Attributes. Each attribute affects a specific list of skills and disciplines. Attributes increase the chance of victory in case of a tie. Improving them also decreases willpower and cost of focus. Knowledge. The use of knowledge skills do not have a willpower cost. They cannot be improved by using focus. Okay. I think I understood that. Discipline money? What was that? Okay. Discipline. The discipline sheet contains the disciplines the character possesses. Discipline powers. Experience points invested in a discipline increase the level and can provide additional powers. Powers can be passive and may be used in dialogue or exploration. Cool. Oh, fuck me, there's so much. Okay. Well, I guess this is what happens when you don't pick a profile. Jeez. I think... Fuck me, should I... A little physical, more social and mental, I would argue. I feel like all her skills as a club owner would primarily be in the socials and the mentals. Can I do that and like make it more so? Okay. But she's still an older vampire, so she wouldn't be weak. Can I? Oh, it was kind of faded, so I wasn't sure. Exploration. Oh my god. Dialogue. Rhetoric. Identify and react to social conventions with convections. Yep, with ease to 10. Oh, there's the cost underneath everything. Oh. So I can't even get more social if I wanted. Persuasion. Convince others to agree with your point of view. Logical argument. Intimidation. Verbal or freedom. Psychology. Convince others to do what you want by playing off their emotional weaknesses and behavior. I think persuasion is more fit. I'm trying to like work them with their characters right now. At least for the first playthrough, might as well. Yeah, let me put at least one in a discipline. I don't want to neglect those. So yeah, let's drop that. Let's do that. And I am officially incapable of doing anything else. Alright. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. This is fine. I'm okay with that. Ooh.
Hazel.
Who the hell is that? Not Hazel, the big dude on the corner. Hello.
Delson.
Come in, Emem.
Ooh. She's got a bass to her voice. Alright, let's listen.
I wanted to have a word with you.
What can I do for you?
I'm glad you're here. It's been a long time since we last saw each other. Tell me, where were you tonight?
Like everybody else, I suppose. At home, getting ready for the party.
How fortunate you weren't running early.
Why? What's happened?
You know what the Code Red means. There was a breach. This is intolerable. These agreements were supposed to celebrate the power of my court. Instead, I've been made to look a fool in the eyes of my allies. We'll have to increase our diplomatic efforts with the warlocks. Send new emissaries to Osborne.
What's that got to do with me?
Don't you worry about that for now. We have more urgent matters to attend to. We bring Journey to me.
Will I get in trouble for saying it's not her fault? I don't want to question the prince either. That doesn't seem like a good move either. It's not her fault.
She hasn't done anything. Hazel.
I'll be the judge of that.
Could it someone else? Like, I mean, she's already, what's her face already has? April already has her. Why can't April bring her? Okay. Why?
What do you want with her?
I have a few questions I need to ask her. If mistakes were made, I need to know what happened. I'm sure that your friend will have a lot to tell me.
Alright, I don't think I really have much of a choice.
Yes, my prince. I'll be right back.
I didn't bring you here just for that. I have something to offer you.
I'm listening.
It's about the Rumaging Council. You know everyone who's in it. Beryl, Richard, Hilda. Their support was much appreciated after the disappearance of the previous prince.
Quentin King.
But now, they've become an obstacle. It's been going on for months. They systematically oppose everything that I do. It must stop now.
Oh, come on, let me do a thing. It's because I didn't put points into my education. Fuck. I did this to myself.
The Camarilla has faced many challenges in the past few years. Many of our strongholds have fallen. I won't let Boston suffer the same fate, but for that, I need loyal allies. Also, how would you like a spot in the Primogen?
What?
You've always taken care of your community, Emem, without ever asking for anything in return. It might be time you took a leading role in the community's affairs.
Hilda won't let you do it. She'll never see me as her equal. Being seated next to her child? She'll feel humiliated.
I'm her prince. She will obey me.
She's not gonna like
Caleb's dealing with it.
I don't care. What I'm offering is much bigger
But
than
I guess
all
they're
that.
not really equals.
What do you think?
In a sense. I don't like the court. I need to think about this. I don't like the court. I feel like she should make a decision.
You know what I think of the court. I'm not comfortable there.
You'll get used to it quickly.
I'm not sure I want to.
It's not a question. Time is of the essence. You're a businesswoman, Emem. I know you'll be up to it. But we'll talk about it again soon.
I mean, the one piece.
In the meantime.
I know. Jay, I'm going to go see Sylvia first. I need to clear my head.
Do it. You won't be able to hunt tonight. It's better to be prepared. Bring me Journey.
I will.
I have the utmost confidence in you, Emem. Do not fail me.
You can count on me.
Also, red looks good on her.
What the hell is going on?
Emem, I'm happy to see you in one piece.
Hey, Syl.
We have the same hair.
I'd like some refreshment, please.
Of course, I'll get you a glass.
I was thinking more like a vessel.
Oh, serve yourself. But try not to damage them, okay? They're all I've got left in stock.
I get it, I'll be careful.
I'm right here if you need anything else.
The hunt. Safe zone. A safe zone is a place where no one can see you feed. You can find them by exploring the surroundings. Only one prey can be sent to a safe zone at a time.
No news from anyone.
Find a place away from prying.
Now's not the time to be thinking about that. We're not the only ones freaking out. Look around.
A little eavesdropping.
Exactly. We've got to keep our wits about us.
Can I talk to
Got it?
anyone?
Yeah.
Oh, now I can.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you want us to...
No, I'm good. I was just doing the just, you know, yeah.
I'll stay here.
Cool. I see where the safe zones are. Let's eavesdrop on this conversation as well.
Follow me.
Like her
Yes,
outfit.
ma'am.
Oh. Someone's picked their vessel. Can I peek? Is there a dude in there? Or is that the same? I think it is. It just somehow the head looks disjointed from the body. I think they're just standing in there.
We're all gonna die.
Let me know if I can help.
Okay. Someone else in here? That one looks empty. Who said we're all gonna die? I'm being too nosy. Let me go do what I came here for. I'm gonna be here talking about something. Let me look between the curtains. How would I feel if it were me? Would I want someone peeking on me while I was trying to, you know, rejuvenate myself? No, I wouldn't. Okay, the hunt. Prey will naturally be revealed as you approach them. To feed, you will need to find a safe zone you can lure your prey to. Go after isolated prey. If it is surrounded, oh my god, if it is surrounded by potential witnesses, sending the prey to a safe zone will increase suspicion of you. But I mean, everyone knows what we're here for, so does that count? Who do I want to drink from today? Nah, he looks like an actor. She's pretty. Oh, that's the guy who said, let me know if I can help. Do I only get the 3 options? And sir, can you stand still so I can look at you? Though I guess they all, like, face shouldn't really matter because they're gonna taste the same. I guess he'll do. Alright.
Good evening.
I chose the one furthest away from my safe zone.
Come with me. There.
That's crazy.
Okay. Sure.
Ooh. Everyone close your eyes. This is, what's it called? Adults only intimate blood. Vampires use their powers to charm or subdue their prey and satisfy their hunger. When feeding on prey, you can control the amount of blood you take. Press and hold the button to increase the amount of hunger eliminated. If you do not press the button, or if you don't release it before the bar is full, the prey will die, drained of its blood. Oh my god. Killing prey will increase suspicion. Mortals will be on their guard while vampires will question your respect for the masquerade. I'm afraid I don't know how the keys work. Press and hold it. If you don't release it before the bar is full, the prey will die. So I just have to release it before the bar is full. Okay, I got like 6. Is he okay? He sounds like he's dying. Not just roll him off your lap. Doesn't get the fuck off. I'm kidding. Are you okay? Some prey their blood emotionally charged after resonance. Having a resonance that your character will what? Oh, have a resonance that your character will earn after feeding. At the end of each scene, a resonance provides an experience bonus for the corresponding discipline. If more than one resonance is acquired during a given scene, only the last one acquired is saved. Second bite. If your prey survives, you may feed on it a second time. However, this will cause it to die and increase suspicion. Oof. Is the F for the... Okay, hold on. F is for the, What? Sorry, I'm like blanking on my own... Like, what I'm supposed to be doing here. I still don't understand what this changes. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. Going to talent. Okay. Traits. The beast is held at bay for now. No effects. Okay, so I'm good. Suspicion is good. I'm fine. Was there something else that I picked up that I don't remember? Okay. Okay, character. Okay. I was hoping to find some information about the resonance, but guess not. Caloric resonance, experience bonus to discipline. Alright, so if I drink again, I'll kill him. So I'm not gonna do that. Whew.
Absolutely divine.
Alright, Jay. Where are you hiding?
Good thing I timed that right, or I probably could have killed him.
The mosaics,
I
the
know that
gardens,
voice.
and the vibrant youth population.
Oh, that's right. I forgot, I gotta read about Hazel. Oh! This whole night is mostly just me reading. Hazel Iverson. Venture, embraced 1941. 10th generation, sired by Nathan Appleton and child Miley Sellers. That sounds like a brand, an alcohol brand. Prodigy of finance. Hazel was born in 1901 to Scandinavian parents. Her father relocated his maritime freight business to take advantage of the United States advantageous taxation system. His business prospered considerably there, and in just 15 years he had built his fortune. His daughter undertook her brilliant studies in business and economics at Harvard in 1920, despite the limited education opportunities for women there. Hazel convinced her father to move into the world of banking. She quickly showed a certain astuteness in the subject. She invested in risky but highly profitable markets with an instinct far beyond her age. She naturally drew the attention of investors and rival banks who went so far as to assassinate her father in order to undermine her. Whoa. The police and the justice system proved to be complicit in declaring his death a simple accident. Hazel found herself alone in charge of the Iverson Empire at just 38 years old, with no allies to speak of. A prideful embrace. The isolation pushed her to accept a meeting with a group of wealthy Boston financiers in order to ease tension and competition. In actuality, Nathan Appleton, a deceased textile mogul, had set a trap against her will. He brought her back to life on her knees, sparing her no humiliation. Whoa. Appleton embraced her out of pride, not to be outdone by a woman on his own turf. Immediately, he neglected her and abandoned her to her own unlife. Hazel discovered on her own that she was undead. To protect them from the monster she had become, she needed to distance herself from those she loved. Her mother, her family. She even considered ending her own life, but surrender was not a part of her vocabulary. Vendetta. In time, thanks to her determination and her sound investment advice, she eventually gained the acceptance of the court. Hazel planned her revenge and methodically gathered information about her sire for years. In the end, she proved to the prince that Appleton was double dealing with the British. Quentin King had no choice but to launch a blood hunt of the traitor, so as not to be accused of being spineless and collaborating with the invaders. Hazel had planned for everything. Her ghouls were already holding Nathan Appleton captive at his residence. She did justice herself by making his head fall onto the rug in the exact spot where he had made her bend the knee. She spared the unlife of his bodyguard Delson, who since that day became her shadow as a token of gratitude. She has since earned the distant respect of many. Interesting. So Delson's just cool with it? Hope he doesn't stab her in the back. The resistance. Her relationship with Quentin King grew strained over the years. The prince's submission to the British colonists, combined with his outburst of madness, prompted Iverson to conspire with a group of dissenting licks, the Kindred of Liberty. The secret organization worked in the shadows to bring about the downfall of King and his associates. Hazel provided them with financial backing, all while maintaining her cover as a loyal subject of the prince. Her dealings with the KOL had also led her to work with another resistance group, the Gemini League, which she helped establish in Boston. Revenge. When the elders began to give in to the beckoning, there was a major shakeup among the powerful and ambitious kindreds still left in Boston. Hazel aspired to carve out a place for herself, but she did not expect that in 2014, the remaining members of the Rumaging would offer her their support to allow her to claim the position Quentin King had left vacant at the head of the domain. Though she seized the opportunity without hesitation, she remained suspicious of those who had relinquished the power to her. Why would they not keep it for themselves? She therefore invited kindred whose loyalty she was sure of to the council, in order to dilute the influence of Underwood, Dunham, McAndrews, and Jara. I don't think we've heard or met that person yet. At the top, plagued by doubt. Once in power, Hazel endeavored to restore the weakened domain. Learning of Dr. Dunham's research on Vitae, she saw at last an opportunity to bring Boston back to its former influence and glory. If she could find a way to store the enhanced blood, Boston would become the center of a thriving blood market. She drew upon Dajan Siaka's thaumaturgical knowledge, but the research necessary to develop such large-scale production led her to ally herself with the Hartford Chantry, with which Boston had long fought against the British occupation. This alliance would take time, and it would create fear and jealousy. Thanks to a premonition from Leysha, Hazel avoided an assassination attempt, as well as all manner of political unrest. The further she advanced in her discussions with the Chantry, the more the feeling that someone was trying to bring her down intensified. Someone wanted to see her fail, and she was certain of it, but it could have been anyone, even one of her closest supporters. Leysha's visions offered her a way to find out and a means to defend herself and find new support as she played on the conflicts between those who could threaten her crown. In spite of everything, the negotiations came to a close. A party was to be held tonight to celebrate the unification of Boston and the Hartford County, the consecration of Hazel Iverson's power. So, is Leysha's, Oh! Okay. Cool. Nice. Now I know what that does. Was Leysha's, quote-unquote, imprisonment By order of Hazel. Oh, she is a powerful one. Dominant, present, persuasion, intimidation. Like, she's got everything. Let's see what we've got. I feel like, did I not put points into rhetoric? I thought I put points into rhetoric. I did. Anyways. Okay, gameplay. So I haven't done his yet, but he's got, this is what he's got so far. And then Leysha, persuasion, psychology, dominant. Okay. April. She's got a lot of presence. No dominate. Persuasion. I could probably dominate her if I needed to. Intimidation, persuasion, psychology. Okay. He's got no presence, but a lot of dominance. So he's just power. He's just power, man. No charisma. Psychology, persuasion, Halsey, little baby. No intimidation. Well, she is a child. She's got no intimidation, but she can dominate like a motherfucker. Alright, I'm just gonna walk around with her and hold her up whenever people piss me off and just like dominate them, make them do things. Like a little toy. That sounds fucked up because she is very much a, oh god, poor thing. Falls her like a shadow. She got a lot of psychology, good persuasion as well. We've already seen Hazel's, Hilda. Lots of persuasion, no dominant, lots of presence, psychology, intimidation. Alright. That's
It must have been busy with the police and all.
They make a lot of noise, but life always finds a way. At night, mostly. At clandestine parties, safe from their batons. Those young people just want to have fun, and their dissent has a delicious taste.
Victoria!
Emem! My little rose!
It's been so long.
An eternity, you mean. And yet, look at you! As splendid as always.
Who is this?
I've learned from the best.
Adorable. How are you? This is a rather depressing night for a reunion.
Let's, kind of want to turn the question around.
What about you? You chose a bad time to visit us.
Oh, don't remind me. To think I was so happy to return to Boston after so many years. The trip was to be amazing.
Hey, the night's still young. It might be nothing at all.
You're right. Everyone is so tense. It's starting to rub off on me. I hear business is going well for you. Your Black Rattlers are making quite the splash. You can be proud of everything you've accomplished, darling. Your name is on everyone's lips.
Thanks. That means a lot coming from you. I'm really happy to see you again. I wish I had more time to talk.
Is there something stopping you?
You could say that. One of my acquaintances is in hot water with Miss Iverson. I need to help her.
I'm going to give you a piece of advice then. Don't waste your energy helping others. Let others handle their own problems. Their mistakes aren't your business.
Jay is important to me.
Journey is someone I can trust. I can't let her down now.
Allies are
Is Journey
important
a
as well.
prince?
No.
Then her opinion doesn't matter.
Damn.
The only individuals who should
Miss
matter
Ash
to
is
you
vicious.
are royalty. The rest, they're just for decoration.
Yourself included?
Thanks for the advice, Victoria. You've helped put things into perspective.
It's only natural. I'll always be here for you, darling. And I hope the feeling is mutual.
You know it is.
Wonderful. I'm relieved to see that despite the travails of time and distance, our friendship is still intact.
What are you doing in town anyways? The last time I heard about Victoria Ash, she'd just gotten back to Atlanta.
You know I never stay in one place for long. But to answer your question, I came to do business.
For the agreement, I'm guessing.
You guessed right. I'd hoped to meet up with one of my associates tonight, a warlock I'd sent to Hartford. Unfortunately, he still hasn't made his appearance.
He might still come. The night's not over yet.
Oh, you're refreshingly naive. We'll see.
Oh my god, it's a lot of stuff. Let's do all of these and then we'll do rhetoric.
I imagine you
Or at least
received the
try.
alert as well.
Yes, I was with your prince when the message was sent.
Do you have any idea who triggered it?
Alas, I have no idea. Iverson didn't care to share that with me. She knows how to control information.
I'm not even sure she knows herself.
She's going to need answers. I doubt her subjects will wait much longer.
Oh, some of them are gone. Interesting. So I should have to be really careful.
I've heard rumors about you. Something about a wedding.
Oh yes, my wedding to Tigirius. It
Tigirius?
was fabulous. We had a spectacular
What in the
celebration.
Greek mythology? That name. You always congratulate people.
I think congratulations are in order.
Oh, do you? It's a political marriage. Nothing
Damn.
more. Our family needed it.
You did it for the cam?
You seem surprised to hear it. You may not have noticed, but the Camarilla has lost some of its luster since the Ancili left. Our
The who?
survival depends on our ability to make compromises.
Let's do this one and then we'll do...
You knew Boston when it was a Malkavian city. What do you think about the court now?
Iverson has successfully made her mark. It can't have been easy, with Quentin's grip on the city.
Boston was on the brink of chaos when Hazel took over. I don't always agree with her methods, but she gets the job done.
She knows what she wants. I respect that. Our family needs more leaders like her. That would be a welcome change from our usual weather vanes.
The chances of her using focus are 10%. Ooh, 52% is not bad. I'm also at 9 though. I don't know when that gets. Ooh, okay, definitely not doing that. I have a 10% chance of that success dropping below 50 and becoming a fail. I'm gonna hold off only because I have to go see Journey.
I'm sorry, but I've gotta go.
And I don't know
understand.
how much willpower I'm
Duty
gonna need
calls,
in that interaction.
But before you leave, I have a favor to ask you. I mentioned my emissary earlier. If you hear anything about him, please let me know when you get back, would you?
I thought I was only supposed to focus on my prince. Have you had a change of heart?
Huh. You're using my own words against me? It's a big favor. I'm aware of that. But I'm a loyal friend, and powerful too. If you can do this for me, I'll owe you one.
Fine.
Good enough for me.
I'll let you know if I learn anything.
Thanks, Emem. I hope I'll see you again soon, darling. If you need anything, I'll be right here.
Thanks, Victoria. See you later.
How do I get my willpower back up?
Sorry, I can't help you.
I'm sorry. Another time, perhaps.
I didn't even ask for anything. Take Journey to the Prince, find Journey. Alright. Oh, I can run now.
Miss Lewis.
Can I not leave? Oh, is Journey in here somewhere?
Can I help you?
That's not Journey, it's Abigail.
I've got to talk to Jay. You haven't seen her, have you?
No, you should ask April.
It's a good idea. Thanks for the advice.
What is her job here?
Do you still work for April?
Well, aren't you rude? My loyalty is with the court.
Seems like Bosley's leading you around by the nose, though.
She's got some extra responsibilities, sure. But that's it. I have my own agenda.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. I'm not surprised.
Thanks.
I've got stuff to do. See you later.
Where's April?
I know that perfume.
Oh.
Jay. That's Jay's scarf.
How do I do that? Enhances your 5 senses. This condition reveals how new interactions, detangling sense, listening to conversation from a distance, revealing the passive objects, or even experiencing premonitions. You can also discover items that have been hidden using supernatural powers. Oh. I can use this to track her.
You want to...
It's like Jay fed a little bit. It's like she... It looks like the line to the... I'm guessing the line to the left is her coming in, dropping a scarf, which means the line to her right...
Where did you go, Jay?
...would be her leaving. Yeah, she came in through there. How do I... Unless she came in through there and it's actually the reverse. Oh, the guy's gone, so it's like it's probably the reverse. She came in through the curtains.
I'm sorry about before. I'm just a little edgy tonight.
I know. This isn't the first time we've gotten in a fight over nothing. Your child, Imani, she was there. Still no news?
No. Radio silence.
And Hazel refuses to talk to me.
I spent months kowtowing to those Hartford assholes for this agreement. If she has the info, now's not the time to hold it back.
These Hartford guys, how well do you know them?
Well enough. I won't let things end like that.
I'm looking for Journey. Have you seen her?
No, I'm sorry. I assume you've already tried her office?
You told me you knew the Hartford Warlocks well.
Yeah, some of them.
I was in touch with their representative, Deneb. He was supposed to replace me on the council.
You're leaving us?
Not really. It's part of the agreement with the Chantry. Deneb and I were supposed to switch places.
Why was Hazel doing business with them?
She had plans for the blood market in the region. We were meant to be in charge of supplying high-quality blood. They were supposed to take care of stabilizing it, or try at least.
That's nuts. Has anyone ever tried it before?
Never. That's why I'm worried. I don't give a shit about Hartford, but this project is really important.
I understand.
Why make a deal if you... Oh, fuck, dude, you scared me. If you're not sure the other side can even keep up.
I'll leave you to it. I've got to find Jay.
If I see Journey, I'll tell her you're looking for her.
Thanks. How's my hunger already gone
Underwood
back up to
and
4?
Bazori's ears must be burning.
Hello. Oh.
I didn't think I'd see you again so soon. Did you want something, perhaps?
You haven't seen Journey, have you?
She's not here. It would be a shame if you've showed up too late.
Too late for what? 32 is not great for me. He thinks he's so smart. I'm not going to intimidate this guy. I'm gonna drop it.
You rotten son of a bitch. I don't have time for this.
If you say so. The pleasure was mine, Emem. Say hello to your sire for me.
Yeah, how about you say hello to yours for me? Oh yeah, that's right, y'all don't talk no more. Oh, shame. Alright, let's do... Who's this? Aren't you supposed to be Galab's, like, little attaché or something?
Hey, Fang.
Good evening, Miss Lewis.
Call me Emem, please. Did you come with Galab?
Yes, but he's so very busy.
You didn't happen to see Journey, did you?
I'm sorry. I don't know everyone's names
Blue hair.
yet.
It's fine, let me get out your way. Fortunately, I have that scarf to help me.
Keltum and Lazarus. I smell gossip.
I will very much do the gossip, but first, let's snoop.
Battery's dead.
Is this the Mem's office? Ah, fuck. Hi from Hilda. Abby, can you confirm that it's safe to come to Iverson's? I'm waiting for your reply. Oh, wait. How do I do the next thing? Oh, A and D. Where are you? I've been looking for you everywhere. Unknown message. From unknown number code red. From Hilda. Okay. This is Abby's office? Why do they have all these offices? What do they do?
I've gotta hurry. I'm not supposed to be here.
Okay. Probably, maybe some old books on the first kindred. Still have some unexplored archives. Some works forbidden from the public undetermined nature. Probably some very rare things. Access risky. On the history of the Ventura, Boston. Just looking for books. Magnetic keycard. Let's get the hell out of here. Okay. Oh, is this because this is her room? Can I,
They can't hurt me.
It's locked.
What are they talking about in there? Anyways, let's do Journey's room.
I hope you didn't forget anything, Jay.
Venue reservations, venue setup, invitations, limo. She didn't. Service security, 2 more needed. So she was 2 down on security. Red salon visit scene. Food for vessel and servants. Check with Abby. Check the level of secrecy. Jara. Okay. A Rumaging seems to have been responsible for secrecy to some extent. Oh, bitch! There's gonna be so much reading in this. Okay. Boston Court. Oh, these just like this is the list of attendees. Looks like. What is the Red Salon? A low-profile and comfortable place for all the Boston kindred who can afford it go to enjoy mortals that have been expertly prepared by Dunham. That's so weird. This Dunham guy is so weird. Cub business inventory. Consumables. Consumables are single-use items that provide bonuses. Most of the time, consumables are used to replenish willpower or eliminate hunger. Each type of gear has advantages and disadvantages when it is equipped. The effects of gear apply as long as it is equipped. Gear may not be equipped or unequipped during a dialogue. Once they have been collected, excuse me, consultable items, phones, etc., can be consulted from inside your inventory. Magnetic key card with the word archives on it belongs to Lazarus. Oh, raised in the warmth of hot jazz, Emem has kept strong ties with this type of music, synonymous with emancipation, energy, and greatness. Her clubs, the Black Rattlers, are the embodiment of her passion. This passion for swing restores willpower. Okay, I will not be consuming that quite yet. Let's keep looking.
Is it Kala Saw? Jay always got along well with her sire. Lucky bitch.
Got everything. I should start looking up. I mean, you are fucking yours, so maybe. Really wishing I'd put more points into that technology now. Received message from Jara. Yeah, I was thinking about Jara because Jara was responsible for some kind of security that she had to be checked with, and we still haven't met her yet. Is she dead? I asked our retainers to arrive before sunset for more discretion. I'm still waiting for that paper. Jara, August. Still waiting for that paper. Maintaining order. Okay.
Her last message to Abigail.
I need you to track down the file. 1998 Solstice Party, page 3 should be of interest to you.
The file. I wonder where they put it. That could be of interest to me.
Actually, I think it's of interest to Abigail. I'm kidding. And it's April's office.
Oh, you again. What do you want?
Just wondering if you've seen Journey.
Bosley's looking for answers.
She's gonna let me look. Current business presentation with the annual report. Unification party starts when guests have arrived. Tour of Dunham's restaurant. Private audience all night. Meeting with Underwood. Salon. Security review of Security review again with what's her name? Jaina or something?
What a nightmare.
Okay. She's gonna let me go through her shit. That's hilarious. Satisfaction for once. For once, I want to say, who is this from? Okay, from Underwood to Bosley. I want to say just how much progress Journey has made in organizing the opening event at the Red Salon. I stopped by for a visit last week to check the quality of the services, and you did not disappoint.
What a disaster.
Please don't embarrass us in front of Hartford. BU. Org group. Last minute checklist. Although the most important guests will mostly arrive late, be ready by 9 p.m. because you never know. Please check the following things every 15 minutes. State of the vessels, no excessive drunkenness unless desired by one of our guests. Impeccable cleanliness everywhere all the time. Make sure that everyone is comfortable. There are enough of you to satisfy any request. If there is a problem, page me. Make sure that no one is bored while waiting for Mrs. Iverson and Mr. Osborne to arrive. They're scheduled to get there at 11:30 p.m. if anyone asks, but nothing's for sure as usual. This party is of the utmost importance. In the words of Miss Iverson, mistakes will not be tolerated. Do you know where Journey is?
Have you seen Jay anywhere?
You can't let her out of your sight for 2 seconds.
Don't be a bitch.
The prince sent me to get her.
I can't discuss that with you.
Not doing it.
You can tell me. My lips are sealed.
The only way I can make sure you don't talk is to keep my own lips sealed.
She's not wrong.
Not that I think in a million years this is what happened, but what if Jay messed up somehow? What would happen to her?
Depends on the mistake. And how bad the consequences were. At best, the prince will be mad. At worst,
destruction?
Yeah. There's a good chance of that.
Fine. I won't insist. If you see her, tell her I'm looking for her.
Yeah, sure.
What attitude? It's a good thing I was careful earlier.
I still... Alright. So she went into the, archives. I don't know where the
Took the elevator to get here.
Oh, she's coming down, so I'm actually backtracking. That, that fits my initial guess. What? Oh, wait, this is how we got here. Wait, yeah, we got here and then April took her in here. She went in there to talk to April, left, went into her office, wrote the note, left, went out. Into the archives, left the archives, and then came back. Okay. Please don't forget that if you have any issue with the archives, you need to contact Lazarus, not me. Thank you. Alright, so she should be in, I mean... Yo, my hand just jutted out so fast. Is this it? The code is still the same, 1938. feel like there's a specific place I'm supposed to check, but it's always good to check everything just in case. See, if I hadn't checked that, I would have known the code and I'd be confused. Let's check this. Last items borrowed. Again, there she goes again, Jara. Last person to borrow anything was the thing about Hartford from Jara, the person who's been responsible for security this whole time. Dunman looks up their history, secure destinations. Galab, I'm guessing for location. Either that or he's going on vacation. List of trusted supplies. So it looks like it's all related to the party that was supposed to happen by Lazarus. Census by Jara. Interesting. History of the court. Someone was Underwood was looking up Galab information. Fucking creep. Stop being a stalker and get your own life. Prince's birthday party. Sheridan. Lazarus, and then unification. Okay. This is weird. Oh fuck, what was that code? 1938, was it? 9138. Close. 9138. What did I just take? Oh, I got another club business card, which will increase my willpower. Another one. Okay, but then I need like actual information. Okay. Find the Solstice 1998 file. Okay, so it seems like that was just like a random thing that you could do. What did she say in that email? It's like something about the 3rd. Oh, is this it? Examine.
There's a file missing.
3 guesses which. I should be able to do things. I think that was probably it, right? I'm like trying to like find something else. Oh, here's another thing.
File
Oh, found
about a
it.
party from a few years ago. It's the one Journey asked Abigail to look at.
Okay. At the request of our Prince King, the winter solstice will be celebrated at his home on the 21st of December for the entire night. At his behest, the celebration will be inspired by the masquerades in the European pagan calendar. Invitation message approved by our Prince. Your esteemed Prince of Boston, Quentin King, does you the distinct honor of inviting you to the winter solstice celebration at his home. Inspired by pagan masquerades, please come accompanied and above all masked. You will be able to pledge your respect and allegiance to your revered prince throughout the longest night of the year. You are expected at 7:30 p.m. December 21st, 1998. Please note, refusal is not an option. The safety of N+1s is not guaranteed. Oh damn, no one's safety is guaranteed.
Page 3 was torn out.
Not an option.
There are traces of blue ink on page 2.
Someone took notes. I should be able to like...
Jay, what were you doing in the archives?
I feel like I should be able to... I'm already doing that. Oh, there's another one. There's a blue one now.
A file about a party from a few... Page 3 was torn out. There are traces of blue ink on page 2.
Okay. I think that's it. I don't think there's any more stuff in here. Now that I know that there's stuff that they won't tell you about, I'm like more curious. See? First tradition is the masquerade, second tradition is the domain. Okay, masquerade. Sixth tradition is the Camarilla. Thou shalt not reveal thy true nature to those not of the blood. Doing so shall renounce thy claims of blood. Second tradition, the domain. Thy domain is thine own concern. All others owe thee respect while in it. None may challenge thy word while in thy domain, the progeny. Third tradition, the progeny. Thou shalt only sire another with the permission of thine elder. If thou createst another without thine elder's leave, both thou and thy progeny shall be slain. Fourth tradition, the accounting. Those thou create are thine own children, until thy progeny shall be released. Thou shalt command them in all things, their sins are thine to endure. Fifth tradition, hospitality. Honor one another's domain. When thou comest to a foreign city, thou shalt present thyself to the one who ruleth there. Without the word of acceptance, thou art nothing. Sixth tradition, destruction. Sixth tradition, destruction. Thou art forbidden to destroy another of thine kind. The right of destruction belongeth only to thine elder. Only the eldest among thee shall call the blood hunt. Okay, so the rules. That's basically what that was. I think that's it. I think I've gotten something from everywhere. Okay. I lied. Look at me. Confidential, 1999 archives. The crest of the prince will also be celebrated in his home. Same shit, probably. This is the part that's different. Schedule of events. Arrival of the guests. Latecomers will wait under escort until 12 p.m. to join the party. To join the prince, my bad. Presentation to the court of the VIP guests and mortals. Compliments of the prince. Speech by king. Start of the blood hunt. Late guest. While they do not benefit from the grace of our prince, will have half an hour's advance. Blood hunt? Okay, then they do vessels. Champions designated by the prince leave for the hunt. End of the night entertainment. Seize the shows and the vessel selection. Festivities may be interrupted at any time by the victorious return of a champion. Will be given as a reward. Will not be done in public. Oh, will be done in public. Okay. Okay, I think I'm good now. So, the blue, I'm guessing, is Abigail. Oh, the thing that just the note. I need your help.
This is the connection between the email and the file from the archives. Journey asked Abigail to meet her in an alcove at the bar. Abigail, we've got to talk.
Oh my god, I don't want to read all that. It's like economics? National real estate portfolio, neighborhood just domain. Okay, I'll probably read that during editing.
Everything's gonna be fine. Calm down.
Okay. So yeah, so Abigail went into the archives and then she came in here. So that's what, and then
Trail
she
ends there. Where could she have gone after that?
And then she went in here. But she sent her.
Can I help you?
I told you I was looking for Jay earlier. And? I found the note she left you. I wonder what April would say if I showed it to her.
You went through my stuff?
Hell yeah.
Is that all you're worried about?
No. It wasn't personal. Journey was in a panic. She asked me for the pass to get into Jara's apartment.
Did she say why?
Only that she was looking for
it.
evidence.
I knew something
I
was
didn't
weird
really
about
get
Jara.
it. Let's keep this between us, all right? April's got other fish to fry.
I'll see about that. I'm going to find her.
Jara's apartment on the first
Jara's
floor.
apartment. That's on the Primogen floor. What was Jay looking for
Can I
up
still
there?
not go through here? I think I should be able to get there from the elevator. So yeah, I figured because I was like this Jara person, something that we haven't really heard anything about, with the exception of like a small, like a mini sentence in the prince's bio, and then something bad happened at the party. But she's responsible for security, and her names keep popping up. So I'm just like, something about her. She's responsible, and if Journey's looking for evidence, then Journey must think the same thing. It's probably trying to make sure that she's covered before this Jara person can fuck some shit up, you know. I'm here. I'm into it. I love a good story, you know. I love a good story, so I'm into it. Can't wait to find out what's good. But I am going to stop here, because it's getting late and I've been recording for almost 3 hours. Anyways, yeah, it's good to be back. It's only been like a month, but it's good to be back and be doing this again, and to be back in the world of darkness, vampires, and shit. It's great. Ooh, I can't wait to see how the rest of this unfolds. Oh, she has turquoise eyes. Nice. Yeah. Bye.